This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
What's your name, ma'am?
Stacy.
Oh, Stacy. What do you do for a living, Stacy?
I work for a Christian publishing company.
If there's one thing I can't stand.
Listen up, slap nuts.
Sit down, dummy, I'm talking.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Oh, Randy!
He's fat!
You f***ing numpty!
Will you laugh at that face? Shut your mouth.
The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on thebrokeninfinite.com, Podomatic.com, YouTube, and wherever else we find us, find out recording it live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. Talking about professional wrestling, both for the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty Jay. That is TWK.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am TWK of TWK Reviews, here to entertain you for however long this podcast lasts. And I gotta tell you, a lot of news to discuss this week.
A lot of news, a lot of stuff to discuss in the third segment as well, but we'll get to that eventually. We're not alone, though. I forgot to add someone else in there, but while we do that, ladies and gentlemen, the first one gave us a nice gift. And he wanted to talk about Survivor Series, and well, T-Dub and I have been actively trying to avoid as much WWE branded programming. It's not trying being the operative word. So extra eyeballs and voices always helps. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Brother Ball.
Hey, yo.
And I'm about to have the third one in there. If not, it's probably being added already. I need to find the freaking handle. But last minute edition. Here comes a new challenger. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only our favorite, our guy from formerly of the Rift Down and / Rift Zone. But one of the hosts of the Anime Mavericks podcast, someone on name Michelle.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, how's it going, pal?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Everyone's here. There's a big honking TARDIS. The dogs is spooked. And
Yeah,
now
thanks for that,
sniffing around.
Thanks for that, Mike.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Scaring the puppers?
Actually, it's okay now. The puppers is more curious. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna lie down next to it. Well, good luck moving the dog from there, pal. Anyway, so to make sure that we are Copacabana compliant, COPPA whatever, to the FTC, fuck. If kids are listening to this, the parents just turn this fucking shit off. There we go. We are COPPA compliant. We're on the Copacabana.
Boom, boom, Copacabana. Boom, boom, Copacabana. Boom, boom. It's Copacabana.
And that's ladies and gentlemen, that is my FTC joke right there.
So you're saying we are copacetic?
Let me be me, so let me see.
Wait, so we can't make any more dick jokes?
No,
we can't do dick jokes. That the whole thing is it's targeted over advertising. It's much more complicated, and we're not that type of show. I'm just making the joke that everyone's making right now. Politics is bullshit. Politicians are bullshit. Federal government is horse shit. We're going to move on. Lots of stuff to talk about. I am staring at a new thing, but before we talk about that new thing, because it is on screen and you're about to see that new thing in case you have not watched SmackDown Live on the Fox thing. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, gathered. We are gathered here today to celebrate the most joyous of occasion. The return of a CM Punk promo. It's been a while. Well, at least a couple of weeks featuring CM Punk. Before we do, need to tell you what's on the show. We got, of course, Tita talked about the news. All of the news. We got a lot of the news. We do not have emails this evening, so pile on the news. And, of course, if you folks want to give us some Q&As up ahead to the Survivor Series, you're most certainly welcome to do so. And we get winners and losers, of course. Survivor Series weekend happens to be Saturday and Sunday. There's a takeover. There's a Survivor Series. We may not watch it, but we're going to talk about it, at the very least. How about that CM Punk promo? For those wondering, CM Punk made his official glorious return to quote-unquote WWE programming via Fox. Through Fox's new, or FS1's backstage, excuse me, combination, via CM Punk's FS1 backstage show. Had a few things to talk about, and then they put a microphone in his hand. He didn't need the microphone. He actually had the lavalier. But well, this whole thing started when Seth Rollins opened his big fat Twitter yap, and Punk, well, he couldn't resist. But that part was done, and then the next part, they were just roasting some social media people, and well, I'm gonna let Renee Young, who by the way is that's a fit right there. That studio show, she is happy in her head place, I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna let Renee Young, set the table for one Philip CM Punk Brooks. Take a listen.
Some of the people on the internet like you very much. However, not everybody was feeling the exact same way. So I think it's about time that we do a little
Get a warm up.
social media smackdown. Okay, so first things first, though. Look, I mean, okay, we got it right here.
What
Tom
is
Arnold.
this?
I love CM Punk too. He weighs like $150 now. I could probably take him, night blindness and all. Why's he got a problem with you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like Tom Arnold?
Yeah, Tom Arnold.
Like Tom Arnold's famous for marrying Roseanne Barr? Tom Arnold?
Yeah.
Tom Arnold, look, okay, what seventh level of hell did I die and now reside in where every day of my life now is just, Tom Arnold is making fun of you. Seth Rollins is tweeting you. Like, I don't want this. I didn't ask for any of this, and you shouldn't ask for this either, Tom. I mean, Jesus Christ. If I wanted from you, I'd scrape your tongue.
Yes!
You have a tattoo of Roseanne Barr on your chest that you covered up with a tattoo of Stephen King. And this is coming from somebody who has a tattoo of ramen. All right? You lose the stupid tattoo contest just like you would lose the promo contest. And I don't care if I'm 150 pounds, if I'm 200 pounds, you couldn't take me bowling. So take your fake Cubs fan, LA Dodgers hat wearing ass and get out of here before I throw you out the front door. Go search for relevancy somewhere else, Seth. I mean, Tom.
Mic drop. Pipe bomb. Boys, I'm not gonna lie. I stared at that promo. After that promo, I kissed the screen and went, "Mwah! God damn it, we missed you." I don't care if he ever wrestles again. Every 2 weeks, hand him a mic and let him have fun.
Yeah.
I miss that. I miss that. I really do. Oh man, I honestly do. It's
I I got a couple of things. One, how much ass did Vince and Paul have to kiss? Because they had to kiss something.
Actually,
And
no.
two-
We talked Hairball. You did not listen to the show last week because we talked at massive detail. This is a Fox deal, not a with WWE's blessing, but this is a Fox deal. Punk, technically speaking, is a Fox employee. We've been
and
over
even
this.
And Punk even discusses on the show the fact that he still has no intentions of coming back because he is not contracted by WWE. He's contracted to Fox. So something that's interesting is that he could technically be on Tuesday for some of this little bit of backstage, and then on the next night, if the price is right,
He could be on
Dynamite.
NXT. Yeah. If the price is right and the bridges are fully built, he said it himself.
Dynamite!
Dynamite! He can still go to Dynamite. He's
I
going
would
to
love
piss
that. I
off a
would
few
love
people.
that so much. I know it's probably not going to happen, but it would be so hilarious for him to
There's
say that.
probably like a loophole type of situation. By the way, before we do, we got to do a little bit of housekeeping. Hairball decided to subscribe to WWE, not at WWE, but to our Twitch channel during the intro, where you can't hear the fucking thing, bloop up. So EY number one and Hairball. Next time, wait till I will say hi. That being said,
I'll take a Dave.
No, Dave. Just the embarrassment of calling you out is enough. Besides, you're probably gonna do something else for me to Dave you later anyway. So, why waste a good Dave? Anyway, so back to CM Punk. So the whole thing, the interview that he did this week, he said it himself. He's at an age where he knows not to say no. So, could it happen? He shrugs. He goes, maybe, but the right price has to be met, and a whole lot of bridges need to be built. And he responded to Seth Rollins' challenge by saying, "Nope." And
Also, delete Twitter off your phone right now. Just delete it. Get rid of it.
It's
Which is something that everybody's been saying about Seth Rollins for months now.
And yet Rollins keeps tweeting. The fucking idiot keeps tweeting.
Which really didn't help the reception he got once he arrived at Full Sail this week.
Oh, you want a litmus test on how wrestling feels about Seth Rollins right now? After you caught Dynamite, you caught NXT, I'm sure, and you saw, well, according to her ratings, you watch NXT, but not everyone did. Yeah,
I watched first AEW, then NXT as usual.
Yeah, that same here. As a matter of fact, I actually got the chance to watch both. But I will tell you this, yeah, the ratings, and we'll get to that real quick. But I want to get back to Seth Rollins. So he comes into NXT, boo! All of the boo!
Yeah,
right there. Congrats, Seth. You have now become Roman Reigns.
Which is interesting because there was a point in time where you could not get him booed. He was too popular to get booed at all.
And
now
the
he's at a
crazy
point
part
where
is, he can still wrestle like you. You don't need to boo him. But the way, combine him and him fucking up on Twitter all year with the bad booking and just flat out Hell in a Cell in general, and then you act so surprised while he's getting this negative of a reaction. Because that stare down, okay, obviously the pop that Ciampa had when he stared down Rollins was awesome, but that should not have been a fuck him up Ciampa chip pop. That should have been, oh my fucking god pop.
No, that crowd wanted Ciampa to destroy him just immediately.
Absolutely. That's bad. That's bad.
Like, what's really strange is that at the beginning of the year, he was on fire. And now he is at the end of the year, and now he's on fire for a whole different reason.
It's as if the minute SummerSlam weekend ended it became a total fucking shit show. And Seth Rollins' career it went down the tubes too, but that's, you know. So Punk pretty much said, put down the Twitter, and Rollins goes, never! Well, good luck, asshole. We'll boo you next time. We should have been harsher on you in Toronto, asshole. We should have been harsher.
Nevertheless, Seth Rollins isn't the only one to fuck up, as one of the bigger fuck ups this week goes to Mr. James E. Cornette. Come on down.
You're the next contestant on Geeks of the Week. Yeah. Spoiler alert for Sunday, folks. Guess who's a Geek of the Week this during Mildred Monk's Monastery Live?
Everyone's favorite anime cosplayer, James E. Cornette.
When Brian Zane is roasting you on your opinions, you fucked up.
By the way, I'm not sure if you saw this, but someone did an article pointing out the fact that James E. Cornette, apparently for the past 30 years or so, has been cosplaying as Lupin III.
That, and his gimmick is supposed to be more comedy. But god damn it, this comedy shit's boring. I hate it.
He's a mama's boy.
He is literally a mama's boy.
Yeah, he's like, I don't understand his mindset at all, really. And that's before we can get to his fuck up. But just like, so somebody did like a side by side with all of Cornette's suits that he wore with all the suits that Lupin wore, and they were almost exactly the same. Isn't that just a little strange?
It's a hell of a coincidence.
So all we need to do is then have Lupin hold a tennis racket then.
God damn it.
Yeah, we barely heard you, by the way, Mike.
I was able to hear him. But
no,
yeah,
but I barely heard him. Getting that we matter, because if I barely hear him, our audience can barely hear him.
Right. So yeah, the big fuck up this week was Cornette making a starving Ethiopian joke, because, you know, that's relevant in the year 2019. That's something that people just love to hear in their commentary.
That, for those wondering, yes, the internet is forever. I did catch that line. I went, Jesus, that's not going to end well. And about an hour later, the original version got deleted. 20 minutes later, a new version with the now edited out line. Now, obviously, people have fucked up. And as a result of that fuck up, the editing guy got a day and a half and a fine. Oh, and James E. Cornette is fucked off. They have split ways. NWA and James E. Cornette have split ways. Good.
Yeah, get somebody really good on color commentary who isn't a smug asshole.
Who did he get? With Into the Fire coming up, who do you get? Guess Cornette.
Oh, there's a myriad of people that you just, if somebody's not wrestling on the show, get them to do it.
That might work.
Like it works for Rocky Romero.
That's very true. All right, that is something for a little later. And obviously, all the Cornette episodes are still in the can. Those are still going to air. But I'm assuming after Into the Fire, it's still brand new stuff and will not feature Jim Cornette in any way, shape, or form.
Probably not. Also, they're not the only ones who fucked up this week, as we have an entire company fuck up here, which is just, oh my god, how does this even happen?
Did I mention I'm glad I got the version of the Ring of Honor title I got, by the way, because I do not want I did not want the newer version. I'm glad they did not get the newer version. Oh, good lord.
So, for anyone in the dark on this,
the
Ring of Honor, quote unquote, is not renewing the contract, aka firing their current Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
Their Women of Honor champion, Kelly Klein. And essentially, I think it's BJ Whitmer who made the tweet about it.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, Bill's him.
that's a firing.
And not only that, they're doing this while she's still recovering from a concussion.
God damn it.
Devin the Great, ROH is dying. I would dispute that claim, but when you look at Ring of Honor actually firing their women's champion. Oh, and the small little fact that Marty Scurll's contract is coming up, and we have not heard a whiff of a renewal.
No, we have not one iota yet, and I
A
would
lot
love
of
to
people
see
have
him
just
back in
mentioned, including
AEW.
Dave Meltzer, November 30th, he's done.
Yeah, I would love to see him in All Elite Wrestling. Now, one thing. Now, it's at this point that I really, really do. Part of me really hopes that Anthem does buy out ROH. At this point, because the whole place is just
in
one
a
dumpster fire
way. Yeah.
Like, this place just turned into one big dumpster fire. It's just one thing after another. Ever since MSG, it's literally been one incident after the other non-stop. Every time they try to gain just a little bit of momentum, something happens and it fucks them up. Like, this has got to be their worst year yet.
T-Dub, I will tell you this. They just fired their women's champion. Rush becoming world champion, not being like the popcorn fart of a pop that they got. Rush defeating a massive heel should have been a massive pop in Ring of Honor. They barely got a pop out of anybody for Rush. For Rush.
I actually watched that match and it did get a decent reaction.
And it did get a decent reaction, but it should have gotten a louder reaction, one. And two, no one in the wrestling world cared.
Yeah, it really does feel like ROH has sort of become that whole tree falls in the forest metaphor.
I barely watch Ring of Honor now.
I honestly only watched that one match, and that's the first thing I've seen from them since the MSG show, personally.
They lost admittedly, the losing of the New Japan deal is because New Japan wanted to go on their own way. In fairness to them.
Is New Japan officially broken off? Has that been official?
If you know, I'm pretty sure there's still an agreement. But if you've seen me go to that Ring of the World show. Last year they were getting the IWGP, the major champions. The biggest star there, literally, was Yuji Nagata. On screen, or Hiroki Goto.
Yeah.
With a bonus of Katsuyori Shibata, which, would be fun times. But, and GOD, but GOD pretty much opened the show. Last year, they were getting, well, obviously the Elite, the Bullet Club, and they had all these people. This year, barely anyone showed up from New Japan.
It definitely feels like they're sort of waiting this deal out at this point from the way you describe it.
Yeah. So, if Anthem wanted to buy out Ring of Honor and go in and put and like fold them into Impact Wrestling, or turn that into Impact Wrestling into Ring of Honor and use guys like Cage, Tessa Blanchard. By the way, Tessa Blanchard versus Sami Callihan. I almost said I wasn't sure it was Callihan or not, but it is Sami Callihan. Impact, oddly enough, had between Ring of Honor and between Ring of Honor and Impact has a hot hand.
Yeah, I mean, they got, this show coming up Tuesday, which I'm going to talk about, which is generating a tiny bit of buzz, and they got this pay-per-view coming up in January. And they've had just a string of really hot pay-per-views overall, I would say.
They've had a steady they were on a steady rebuild, and it's working. Ring of Honor has been on God damn it, I wish the monk would be here because he would agree on this. He had a Miami Dolphins-like drop.
All right.
No,
as
no, no,
someone
no,
who
no.
doesn't really watch
A
football, you're
Pittsburgh
gonna have to explain that to
Steelers
me.
type drop, but that's,
All right. Once again, you have to explain that to me.
Good team goes bad due to egos.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's basically what happens. And
Long story short, this is the short version, but
yeah, and from everything I've been able to parse together from BJ Whitmer's, from Joey Mercury's Twitter,
yeah,
is the fact that this is really like Greg and Joe Koff just causing a whole bunch of shitstorms backstage because they don't know how to fucking run a wrestling promotion.
Starting to look that way, unfortunately.
So, Matty, so basically it's like a bunch of Antonio Browns running around backstage. To a degree, not in the terms of what
there's no
AB
one,
has done, but
there's no one
the
completely
clownness.
there's no one completely toxic in the player department, but in the management department.
And just to let you know how bad this Ring of Honor story is, this whole Clay Klein situation made it to Newsweek.
Wow.
Yep.
It is a very detailed article, and it's a very scathing reading of just how terrible the current situation is in Ring of Honor. It's not looking good at all.
By the way, while I did win my my replica of the Ring of Honor World title, the one that Adam Cole, Bebe wore, and Cody wore, and Kevin Steen brought in, here's a slightly damning statement. Over at the store that sells them, they would normally sell for $349 US. I got mine for free, minus the the import cost and everything else. But if I wanted to pay for it, minus the shipping, take away the shipping and everything else, $200 US.
That's a price drop.
So if you folks want that Ring of Honor World title before they change it out, it's up there. It's the same price.
And New points out that, Ring of Honor New Japan wants to just collaborate with Stardom. Well, Stardom is owned by Bushiroad, who owns New Japan, but as of right now, there are no plans to do any crossover events, really.
Yeah.
They just want to sort of keep the roster separate at this moment. Maybe sometime in the future, but as of right now, as for the very near future, that doesn't seem very likely.
It doesn't seem very likely. Plus, they just got the company, like literally about a month and a half ago. So let's see them run a few shows and get their feet wet, and before we start going.
One thing I do like about how Bushiroad's handling this is that they're letting the management stay the same. So so it's just going to be the same people running it as it was before. Just new ownership.
And really, management weren't doing a bad job at that point, last I checked.
On my Facebook page, on the Facebook group that I'm part of, who are big fans of Stardom, everything seems to be going peachy keen.
Yeah. So I'm a casual observer. You know people who are devotees to the company.
Yeah, I know some Stardom fans, and everything seems to still be going rather decently.
So that's a good thing. Unlike Ring of Honor, ever since the Anthem pickup, it's been a steady decline since it's been a decline since the Elite left, and it just got worse and worse. And the MSG show was, that was a thing.
One thing that I'm kind of split on is the new design for the Intercontinental title, which I discovered after it went viral on the social medias.
Yeah, because earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura, your current Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion at the time of recording in live time, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Intercontinental promo in the ring, and apparently from the footage I've seen, because I didn't watch SmackDown, I didn't bother watching SmackDown last night, today, I should say. I always say last night because I thought it was Thursday. It's Friday. It's tonight, dummy. Sammy's cutting a promo, and he said, I got a gift for you. Out with the old, and in with the new. Here it is on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the new design. And if you want to take a look, Mike, it's in the Wrestle-Cast chat. Yeah, get the feeling Shinsuke's got a case of deja vu? Just a tad. About that 1 yen coin.
Maybe.
That's my one joke. It's black, a lot of gold. Seems familiar. But there is a better image. Here's a better image here. Courtesy of WWE Shop. Yeah, they're already taking pre-orders, and A&J's belts are already taking layaway orders as well. So they're getting rid of the 5 platers. They're only going with the 2 side plates there. Mike, you're going to appreciate this. My immediate thought is, oh, you've redecorated. I don't like it.
Yeah. But I can't say that it's a bad design, though.
It's not the worst design.
It's certainly different.
Yeah. Here's a better image in the Wrestle-Cast chat if you kind of want to take a look for you guys in the call there. Here's the image, what they're seeing right now. It's Newman Co. No Nakamura's Confused reminds us of the NXT title of the IWGP World title. I get that sense. It's a lot less ornate than the IWGP belt.
Yeah.
Also, I have a better image in the chat for you. That's really high quality.
Yeah. That's a good one as well, actually. Yeah, we'll load that up.
You can like zoom in on that one and see all the tiny little details.
Let's see if we can put that up on the screen. There we go. We're going to load that up. There you go.
It does have a nice little bit of, there is a bit of depth to it, which I do enjoy.
There is depth. There's actually, when you take a look at it, and this is obviously just a still imagery. The first image was the actual belt as shown on television, so not the best look, but you see Intercontinental, and there's heavyweight champion, so it's they still keep that spirit alive. The sides you see have the globe showing the continents. Side plates are standard WWE plates. Of course, they are changed out WWE/Universal style, so that still is awesome. This, I mean, I'm of two minds with this. One, this is not a bad looking belt. I mean, all kidding aside, I kind of dig this. It's not a bad looking belt. It will take time to get used to, especially with the side plates. I'm a fan of when the side plates are smaller, are smaller than the ends there. Like they match up to the ends. That doesn't match up, obviously.
It's definitely gonna take some getting used to, that much is for sure.
Especially when everyone is a fan of the classic design. Everyone
loves the white strap. Everyone.
You know, one thing I would have changed of the current IC title was, if you want to make a change, okay, fair enough. Turn white strap to black strap.
I'm not a big fan of the black strap. I prefer the white strap overall, just because of how much it separates it from all the other championships.
Okay, at least it's not another W.
Yeah.
At least it's not just another logo.
Well, the logo's in the center of the plate. And by the way, I just noticed that's a ring. The little diamond / square, that's a ring.
Yeah, it is. That's a nice
nice.
little touch.
That's a nice touch. And the olive branches. I'm starting. You know what? It'll grow on us eventually.
Although the little rings around the whole thing almost looks like the Cultaholic logo.
Little bit. Also, Newman Co. Hopefully, WB will redesign the other titles like the U.S. and tag team titles, including the women's tag titles and the women's title. Women's title the tag titles just were debuted to this year, and I don't have a problem with the women's tag belts. They look fine.
No, those look fine enough. But I would say it's one thing that's interesting is the fact that so many championships have been redesigned over the years, but the U.S. title is the only one, I think, that has never gone through a redesign at all.
Like, the closest to a redesign really was the logo change. That's it.
Yeah, from 2003 till now, that has got to be one of the longest, designs we've ever seen for a championship in WWE. Because that is currently going on 16 years with the same design. I can't think of any other time they've ever done that with a belt.
Me neither. It's crazy.
Heavyweight belt.
Sorry?
What's that?
The original WCW heavyweight belt when they brought that over.
Well, that
second longest for sure, yeah.
That wasn't really their design. I'm talking about like when it debuted in WWE to the point where they change it. I can't think of anything where they've actually gone and like not made any modifications to it at all. With the big gold belt, the only modification, of course, they made was adding a red strap to the back, which was interesting.
Yeah.
And the women's belts aren't going to be redesigned because as much as they...
This is more of a conscious effort to make it as to make those women's championships on the equal at least on a visual angle on the same visual plane as the world titles. That's why they have the big W, because it is for the women's division, it's their world title essentially.
So yeah, if they ever change the women's title, it's going to probably happen around the same time they change the men's world titles.
More than likely, and they will change all four belts if that's the case.
Which honestly could happen within the next like 2 or 3 years, because that's generally around the time when we get new designs for a world title, and I'd say about the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, and this is a marketing thing. They got to make money too.
Yeah, it's like, we need new belts, damn it. We need new belts to sell. God damn it.
You know, I'm willing to bet. I think they might stick with the designs as they are. Of course, the world titles. I think we'll stick with that WWE logo center plate and for a while until Vince leaves and then Triple H fully takes over and makes some subtle changes here and there, including the world title designs.
I'm pretty sure we'll get some radical changes within the next few years. I can't help but feel like we are going to get, when it comes to championship designs.
I think with championship designs, it's going to happen when Triple H fully takes over. I don't think it's going to take when Vince is around. Vince
has always been up for changes when it comes to world title designs. I mean, look at the changes from the Winged Eagle to Attitude Era to Undisputed to the spinner belt to the current to the logo design and then to the current logo design. There's always been like different.
I can't forget the Smoking Skull belt in there as well.
Oh yeah. Custom belts are in there as well for sure.
So this is one thing where I actually think Vince would like be in for was a radically new design for the championships. Yeah. But the only thing is like now that there's 4 of them all using the same design, that's the only thing where I feel like he might hold off on that for a few years.
Yeah, if there's a radical change, I mean the Universal and the WB titles they're going to look. I think they're going to go for they're going to look very different but very worldly, I guess.
Oh, we finally found someone who likes the spinner belt design too.
You know cool. What? That's fair enough. It's not a bad belt.
I feel like it's old, but
it gets a bad rep because it's associated with John Cena. Honestly,
I think that and the fact that it was Cena's belt, and people thought, okay, why is someone aside from Cena holding Cena's belt? They should go back to the old design because that's the wrestling championship design. This is the Cena belt design. It'd be like everyone holding Stone Cold's belt. Why is everyone holding Stone Cold's belt? That's his belt, not yours. What's going on here?
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the new belt coming into the pay-per-view season and all that good stuff. We'll continue. What else?
Yep. Next, we have one of my favorite news stories to come out this week. I discovered this Thursday, I believe either afternoon or night, something like that. But when I discovered this, I immediately tagged Shintire Curl, one of my partners on the Rift Zone, because this Tuesday, Impact is going old school.
Yeah. How?
Have you ever wondered what it would be like if Southpaw Regional Wrestling was an actual wrestling show?
What? No. No fucking way.
They're going full ham. For their Thanksgiving special, they're going full ham. We're going to see a loser leaves. I need to find the card for this because I need to read it out loud in order to get your reaction.
Yeah, because because we were talking about the NWA Power being like a serious version of Southpaw Regional Wrestling, the studio wrestling shows. But Okay, I have not heard of this. Yeah, that's a thing, but yeah, I need to hear this now.
All right, let's see if I can find the matches. Come on, show me the match. Show me the matches.
T-Dub's looking. Oh, and look, Triple H had a tank to start the invasion. Where's there's a bun for this. Hold on. There's a bun here. Oh, that's not a tank. That's a Jeep. It's the DX Jeep, you fucking idiots. Oh, my God. You know, in case you're wondering, I'm not doing any dead air thing. I'm going with the, I'm talking while T-Dub finds stuff. Yeah, yeah.
There you go, T-Dub.
Mike, you found it?
DM'd it to me, thank you.
Yeah, you could put it in the chat, by the way. You could put it in the DX channel, but in the Wrestle-Cast channel. You should be able to see it. Anyway, so before we continue,
all right, I'm about to read this. For you, man.
All right, before you do it, let me hit the button I'm supposed to hit there, real quick. Like Triple H driving a DX Jeep.
Okay, yeah. This show's officially jumped the fucking shark.
Jumped it and plugged it up the ass on the way down.
Okay, now continue with Southpaw Ritual Impact.
Here we go for Impact Wrestling's Throwback Throwdown.
Good name.
First match on here says International Commonwealth Television Title loser leads top match between the champion Julian Cumberbund, played by Ethan Page, taking on Downtown Daddy Brown, played by Willie Mack.
Wow.
We're also going to see a blindfold match between the Suplex Sultan Gama Singh versus the Rough and Tumble Cowboy Colt McCoy, played by Eddie.
And who's playing the other guy?
It's going to be
Gama Singh.
Yeah, Gama Singh.
Okay.
We're also going to see the Body Slam Challenge. Anyone who can body slam the Wild Man Congo Kong will claim $3,000, featuring the King of the Great White North, Muscles McGee, played by Brian Cage, and Golden Boy, Mr. Atlantis.
All right.
An 8-person battle, the Rough Riders, Georgia Cobb, played by Jordan Grace, Lady Bird Johnston, played by Jessica Havoc, Mildred Moore, Alexia Nicole, and Blanche Ardmore, played by Tessa Blanchard, versus the Mighty Ontario Oak, Tim Burr, played by Josh Alexander, Gymnasium, played by Dez, the Architect of Pain, Bill Ding, played by Trey, and Ray Strack, played by Wentz.
All right.
Other scheduled matches: Rip Razor, played by Ace Austin, versus Rapid Delivery Pete, played by Rich Swann.
Rich Swann as Special Delivery Jones? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, we're going to see the Hard Workers, Oates, Cody Diener, and Hall, played by Cousin Jake, a.k.a.
Hall
Jake
and
something,
Oates, good lord, wow.
versus Excessive Force, consisting of Pummel, D'Lo Brown, and Plunder, played by Falaba. Hashtag damn it, D'Lo.
Yeah, damn it.
Also, the IPWF Knockout Jazzy Fit Body, played by Madison Rain, versus the Siren of Suds, Agnes Beerhart.
ODB?
If that isn't ODB, I swear. If that is not ODB,
that
I swear.
has to be ODB.
When it comes to beer, it has to be her.
Yeah.
Also, the electrifying debut of the hot newcomer, Johnny Swinger. Also, a special interview segment, The Cockpit with Captain Joystick, played by Joey Ryan.
The Cockpit.
Accompanied by with Miss Mile High, Kiera Hogan, featuring special guest DJ Too Large, played by Moose.
What? Oh my.
By the way, Matty, I didn't tell you, I don't know what Josh Matthews' name is for the broadcast, but you're going to love fucking
Don
God
Callis?
damn it. Yeah, you're gonna love Don Callis' name. Guess what it is? Sexton Hardcastle. That is a deep cut.
That is so funny.
That's a reference I did not think I was going to hear in 2019, and I love it.
And the name of this company that's putting this all together is the Impact Professional Wrestling Federation.
If there ever is a show to get the OSW guys back in, this would be it.
I would love for them to review this show once it's done. Just please, somebody get them to do it.
Someone.
Go to their Patreon and give them $500 to review this show.
Sexton Hardcastle. For those of those playing at home, you think you know me. You think you know me. You think you know me.
Yeah, that was Edge's old wrestling name back in Canada.
That was his indie name. His indie name.
And what a glorious name that was.
Don Callis, we appreciate the deep ass cut.
And of course, Don Callis being a Canadian himself and definitely a veteran of the Canadian independent wrestling era, whole country of that. You know, he would know about that sort of stuff, especially being good friends with Edge.
I'm pretty sure someone will bring this up to Edge and he'll have a hard chuckle.
Oh yeah, I kind of wish that would have been the last news segment that we had, but no, we're going to keep going.
There's more. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Yep.
Gotta love Scream.
Yep.
Let's see. Umber Moon announced on backstage that she'll be out indefinitely. It could be 9 months. It could be a year and a half. We don't know.
Yeah, she had an injury and she had surgery. She showed up on backstage to announce that, as a matter of fact.
I hope that it's on the shorter time frame and that she's not out for a whole year and a half, because that would just be terrible. I mean, nobody wants to stay on the sidelines for that long.
This is one of those cases where she needs the time off because she was not doing too much anyway. This can only help her.
Very true, but I don't want her to be out so long to that when she does return, the company's like, "Oh yeah, we don't know what to do with you anymore." Not that they knew what to do with her to begin with, but
let's be honest, that they fucked up return. They have fucked up all returns this year anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On some other news, NXT finally beat AEW in the ratings
by 20,000 viewers, and that's a Pyrrhic victory because AEW still won all of the demographics they usually win.
Yeah, and all it took for NXT to beat AEW is that Becky Lynch, The Revival, Ricochet, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre on the show.
They needed
but nevertheless, congratulations for the victory.
To fuck things up.
Yes,
to get a rise in the ratings enough, to get a rise in the ratings enough to actually, do stuff.
It'll be interesting to see if they can maintain the ratings going forward.
They won't.
Yeah, considering after this week, everybody goes back to their own shows without any crossovers.
Yeah. Unless someone jumps ship at the last minute. I mean, that Kevin Steen Triple H segment comes to mind. Which, by the way, Drew McIntyre versus Kevin Steen. There's one match, or Kevin Owens, I should say. If there's one match you folks need to watch, that's the one. Is there a finish? No, Triple H fucked that up. But for the time they had a banger, boys.
Yeah, from what I heard,
they had a banger.
The match ended with Triple H just walking to the ring. They go to commercial, they come back, and Drew's just gone.
Yeah, Drew's gone. Owens in the ring. So
the match didn't even have a finish where the bell was rung.
It was a good match, though. It's one of those.
Yes, it was.
Take away the shit finish. It's worth a watch. Those two guys went in there, had a pay-per-view quality match.
I don't doubt that, because they are some good talent.
And they're too goddamn proud to just throw in the towel on a TV thing.
Also, people have to give props to is Alicia Fox for staying sober for the past couple of months. Very nice.
Good. Keep it up.
Because, alcoholism can can really fuck up your life. And I'm glad she's getting hers back on track. And I believe she even set up a PO box for people to communicate with her, which is very nice, very good. I hope she keeps it up.
Yes.
And next we have the one match I'll highlight from AEW this week, the opening match. Nick Jackson, who I have not seen a singles match out of this guy in like 5 or so years at least.
Yeah, his last match singles wise was for New Japan for the Best of Super Juniors, if I'm correct.
Oh, I didn't know they actually wrestled in those. I could have sworn they only did tag stuff there because can't recall last time I saw either Young Bucks in a singles match personally. So seeing Nick Jackson by himself wrestling Phoenix, who, if you're a fan of Lucha Underground, you've definitely seen him in several singles matches there. And these two, being the wild members of their respective teams, definitely went out there and they showcased why they were, because they just tore the whole house down. And the crowd for the entire night was on fire.
Yeah.
That was a great crowd.
The crowd was great. They had a great Ray and Nick had match of the week easily.
Oof, I have to wonder after they got to the back, the people who had to follow them went, fuck.
Yeah. Death glare.
The only match that touched it was the main event, really.
Yeah, main event was worthy of the main event for sure.
Yeah, between Moxley and Allen.
Darby Allin and John Moxley were awesome.
I especially love Allen's entrance, him showcasing his filmmaker background because, he is a bit of a film student, so he decided to put that to some use as well as his skateboarding knowledge. It all came together with a really
I love
amazing
that they're
entrance.
not waiting for the pay-per-views to do like a special entrance. Like they know they have a special match and they're saying, well, Darby wants to do a film thing. Can he do that? It's a yes, he can.
Well, I love that they do that. That's helped because they don't have to wait, they don't have to do a pay-per-view every single month. They can wait a few months to do a pay-per-view and spend that time building to it instead of making everything a big old dash to get to the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Just to put a big marquee match on once a month. They can just take their time and sometimes put on 1 or 2 marquee matches a month. They can, build build with the pace that they have in mind instead of having to just work around this monthly thing that WWE does. And my final bit of news tonight is the news that I'm sure that a lot of people back in WWE are just super jealous of at the moment is the fact that ACH got released from WWE and is wrestling tonight for Heavy Metal Pro.
Literally, they cut ties, and I guess in a way to avoid any lawsuits or any bullshit, they said, fuck the 90 days, just go. Get out of here. Now, WWE, they did their thing by emptying out his locker and leaving his stuff in the open to, quote, send a message if you go by what you read in the dirt sheets. Good for him, but I'll reiterate what I said in the monastery last week. Did he do the right thing by leaving? Yes. I just don't think he did it in a way that is professional seeming. AEW has pretty much said they don't want him because they don't want the circus that ACH has brought. Now T-Dub, this may sound like I'm trying to discount his discrimination. I'm not. But there's a way to handle your leaving. And the way he did it, not the greatest. Don't get me wrong, it was cathartic to see him do that. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, go. But speaking of someone who is in a job search, technically speaking, I saw it and I'm like, you sure that was the right thing to do?
Well,
like the rest of the crew were calling him a geek. I'm like, I don't know if they had to call him Geek of the Week. Fair enough for just the way he quit. I'm like, yeah, but the background is just everyone loses here, folks.
Well, ACH isn't a loser, as I said, he's wrestling tonight.
And you know what? There are companies that are willing to work with him. Fair play. Absolute fair play. I just hope that any of the major companies that he is going to sign with, or are not taking that him quitting out of context or too much on. I just hope that major companies outside of AEW, because AEW, they made their bed, they don't want him. I just hope that other major companies don't look at this and don't look at it as a guy who just quit unprofessionally, like I saw him, like I saw it. I'd see a guy who was super frustrated and just said, "Fuck it, I'm done with this racist company."
It's clear someone who's just been through a lot in his career, and just that was just the straw that broke the camel's back for him.
And then, but before Devin, I just said AEW is not interested.
Impact,
Tony Khan went public in saying he is not interested in ACH.
However, Impact might be. They could definitely
ACH could pick him up. I don't think he'd be a bad pickup for Impact.
He could definitely be a good part for their X division.
Or you know what? I can honestly see him go do the Juice Robinson route in a sense. Go to New Japan.
Well, he's no stranger to that company, that's for sure.
He's no stranger to the Japanese culture. He's a fan of it.
And he's definitely been at least a couple Best of the Super Juniors. So there's definitely some roads ahead for him. Also, let's see. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. God damn it!
There was one other bit of good news. Daga and Tessa are engaged to marry.
That's true.
Congratulations to the couple.
Yay!
And Nuke points out that the Stardom is trying to bring back Kairi Sane and Io Shirai to the promotion, and there is rumblings that Kairi might be leaving.
Still, I believe both Kairi and Io are still under contract. Io for a little while longer, and Kairi, I think her contract ends actually in April. I think somewhere in January, April.
So. And there are rumblings that she might want to leave, but Asuka seems happy in her situation, from what we heard.
I mean, you've won some championships. You've been to WrestleMania a couple of times. They're paying you handsomely to stay in Orlando. I don't know. And to be fair, they're not having a bad heel run as tag team champions. She and Kairi are doing okay as the tag team champions. Not the best, but not the worst.
But you know what would help them? Other tag teams.
That would help, and that's been the problem with that championship from the get-go. We both know this.
That was the one thing that I was worried about. As soon as they announced, I'm like, okay, what are the other tag teams going to be? And like even the ones that technically are tag teams, they aren't using them as such. They're just being used for the singles division.
To be continued on this one.
And I believe that's all we have.
All right, so we barely talked about Marty Scurll. I wanted to ask, since his contract is coming up, and he does have his the trademark for Villain Enterprises. Boys, put the cards on the table. And you folks in the chat, since we don't have any emails, throw in your 2 cents, if you will. Marty Scurll, where does he wind up? New Japan? AEW?
I would love to see him. I mean, fuck that. Hey, for all we know, he could end up in NXT. He could swerve us.
He does live in Tampa.
However, I would love to see him show up in AEW just because there's so much potential, because he might end up with the Elite, or maybe he feels like they betrayed him and he could turn heel.
He does have Villain Enterprises.
Yeah.
One has to wonder, though, what is the contract status for his Villain Enterprises mates? Flip Gordon, I believe Brody King?
PCO.
PCO.
By the way, PCO is going to be wrestling for the world title soon, so if he wins it, then we know he's probably locked down on contract.
That's going to be interesting. 50 plus year old man as the Ring of Honor world champion. I mean, it is PCO, but it does bear consequence, I guess you could say.
Also, from what I understand, Final Battle is not going to be in New York this year.
No, Baltimore. And they're having a hard time selling that thing out.
That's so bizarre because to me, Final Battle, that's Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah, that right there screams executive meddling right there.
To me, that just when I think Final Battle, I think of that Hammerstein Ballroom with those balconies and the whole shebang, and it just has that unique feel to it that just gives it that big event feel. Like, man, so many great moments happen there for Ring of Honor.
So yeah, they're skipping from tradition is not good.
It might and you're sure they're having trouble selling tickets for a Baltimore area? Baltimore is usually where they do their television tapings.
I mean, it makes sense. Keep around for the television tapings. That's fair. You want to be closer to where your headquarters are. Fair play, but I'm with you. It makes more sense to be in New York. It's the big fight feel that the Hammerstein Ballroom brings.
And whenever they go to Baltimore, they usually go to this really small venue that only holds like maybe 1,000 people, if that. So this
I would like to see Marty in AEW just to help the Elite because they need him. In AEW, probably. With the Elite, well, that's up to them, really. Where do you want to go with this one? But
also, I like to point out how good the storytelling is in AEW. Do you want to know what the name of the Being the Elite episode is where MJF joined the Elite?
What was it? I'm trying to remember now.
Full Gear.
Yep.
And what was the name of the pay-per-view where he turned on the Elite?
Full Gear.
They told us right from the start it was under our notices, but we just didn't notice. Holy shit.
Foreshadowing. Long-term booking.
10 months in advance.
That is patience beyond words, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's how you book the long game.
Yeah. And it just supports my theory of if Cody... they will stick to their guns. Obviously, they want to stick to their guns with Cody not challenging. But the eventuality is this is wrestling. They'll find a way to find a loophole or to get Cody back to the world title. It's wrestling. Forget that he's management. He's in it. Forget that. It's wrestling. They'll find a way. But long-term booking. Because if they do that with a name and a quote-unquote heel turn, imagine what they do with the slow burn and the chase.
I really hope that once Cody wins the title, I really hope it's like one of the biggest pops of the year.
One of the biggest pops, one of the biggest buy rates of the year, of that year. One of the biggest reactions. Not
and
just
I hope they do save
not just the pop in the arena, but social media, the buy rate, everything.
Yeah, I hope that it's the biggest one. I hope it's a huge success for them because they're really investing into this storyline with him. Also, I hope they do save it for a pay-per-view and don't just hotshot it on TV.
They're not. Something this big, they're smart enough to not do that. At least I hope,
So you're saying next one or two pay-per-views we're going to get MJF versus Cody then?
Well, that's
definitely in 2020, absolutely. I think that's the right now in short term the feud is Cody versus MJF.
But long term, it's to get Cody to becoming world champion and to justify it and having him go through every hoop imaginable, having him to struggle and go through every single obstacle that one person can go through in order just to get a shot at the title again. Just that one last shot.
Oh, so Kofi Kingston.
Yes, but instead of cramming it all into 4 weeks, this is spanned over the next year.
Potentially over a year and a half to 2 years.
Oh yeah, oh definitely.
Which for people
definitely.
that's not long. In wrestling, that is a long ass time.
Especially like we said, WWE likes to condense these long-term storylines into like 4 to 6 weeks.
The last time that WWE did something this long term, and I don't even think they were conscious of how of it being long term. Daniel Bryan, from the minute he lost the world title at WrestleMania with that 18-second bout, it was the slow burn of the Yes movement.
Yeah, that was something that was definitely not planned by them. That was something that was organically done by the crowd.
And they could have WWE could have just said, no, enough, kill the chance now. They just let it build and build and build to the point where, okay, fuck it, Daniel Bryan, go. But that was the last time WWE had anything long term.
But this right here, this is something that was done 100% conscious. They're doing this of their own volition. They know what the end goal is right from the get-go, from the start. And the question is, who's going to be world champion at the time? Is it still going to be Chris Jericho? Could it be Jon Moxley? Could it be Kenny Omega?
Could be MJF.
Possibly.
There are possibilities here. At 2 years, you can make MJF a main event player. He's that good. Like anyone who's seen him in MLW before he hit it big with the Elite, he was that good.
Also, Matty, what do you think that Diamond Ring is going to be all about?
Honestly, I don't know. Mid-card title happens to be a ring? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, although I do think that MJF is winning that, whatever that means,
yeah, that's a gimmick. That's a gimmick.
To me, whenever I see like a gaudy ring like that, that just suits a heel.
I mean, Cody was a heel in Ring of Honor. He had the Ring of Honor ring. Case in point.
Yeah, he literally called it the Ring of Honor.
Literally. Big gaudy Super Bowl sized championship ring. It makes sense. Hell, that's continuity right there.
Yeah, a little
MJF
bit.
could say, hey, Cody, look familiar?
Now kiss it.
Now, Keith.
Hairball. Right on the money.
And just to end this segment, I'm going to do something that Matty has been wanting me to do for a few days now.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Before we end it, because we're not going to do the emails, we don't have any, by the way, but the emails, the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. So, James Holzhauer. A lot of my family calls him a cheater. I call him a good player who is a very good way to get that buzzer, that little buzzer thing going. Long story short, James Holzhauer, he wins the Tournament of Champions, and right off the bat, Jeopardy goes, hey, Ken Jennings, Brad Rutter, James Holzhauer, we got 3. Hey, let's make a big thing. ABC calls, we'll put it in prime time for a week. Sold! Greatest of all time. So in January, it'll be Jennings, Brad Rutter, and James Holzhauer. For those who don't know Ken Jennings, you guys know who Ken Jennings is, but for Brad Rutter is the biggest money winner, one of the biggest winners in Jeopardy history. He is considered, all 3 are considered the greatest of all time. The whole idea of the special is to find out who is the greatest of all time, who is the GOAT. They got 3 podiums. They got an Alex Trebek who wants to do it. So on ABC in January, they're going to do that. And James Holzhauer is one of us. Mike Shaw brought up the fact that he too-sweeted one time during the player introductions on Jeopardy. And he's been making references to wrestling and well, Tina, I'm about to let you. He tweets when the announcement happens. He He had a Twitter thread. T-Dub, you may proceed.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but look at me, look at Ken James, and you see that statement is not. See, normally, if you go 1-on-1 with another Jeopardy contestant, you have a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal, so you got 25% at best at beat me. Then you add Brad Runner to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the theory had to go. Yeah, 33 1/3 chance of winning, but I got a 6 2/3 chance of winning because Brad Runner knows he can't beat me. He's not even gonna try. So, Ken Chance, you take your 33 chance minus my 25 chance, and you get 8 1/3 chance of winning at the go. But then you take my 75 chance of winning if he was going to go 1-on-1, and you have 66 2/3%, and I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at the go. So, see, Ken, the numbers don't lie, and this spelled disaster for you in January.
He started the thread with that image, by the way. I know for a fact James Holzhauer is not listening to the show, but if he is, I don't care what my family says. I'm rooting for you on January, man. I am rooting for you.
One of us. One of us.
Also, watch AEW. Okay.
That's right. AEW, they know they can beat NXT because NXT is not even going to try.
Anywho, so we don't have any can of Coke to T-Dub and can of Coke to James Holzhauer, though he probably can afford his own damn can of Coke.
No, take his can of Coke. I'll take 2 cans. I'm thirsty.
I'm still hungry. He's fat.
It's called Cracker Barrel.
I'm just gonna say we don't have any comments. I'm just gonna say that's it. We don't have comments, but you can still send them at the Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com.
Get some advertisement. Get paid, bitch.
We shall return, ladies and gentlemen, from our 90-second break. I got nothing. We'll be right back with Survivor Series weekend preview. Don't go away.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Test your might. Test your might. Test your might. Test your might.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the chiseled Adonis, and you are tuned into and listening to the Wrestle-Cast. And if you're not, put your motherfucking head back down.
Let's go racing! It's Super Mario Kart Funny Car Madness! Only on Super NES! Turn the track into a giant mud pit! Or burn rubber on ice, wood, or asphalt! Wild! Mix it up with the big boys! See Bowser in his Bigfoot-dropping truck! See Yoshi's go-kart really go! Mushrooms, banana peels, turtle shells! Dynamite! Check your rear view and make him eat dust! Or go into battle mode and ruin his day! 2 speeds! Fast and way too fast! It's 2-player fun on the split screen! Only for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System! Now when you're playing with power, superpower!
This is WMOB Mobile, 12 on your channel dial and 12 in the TV ratings.
I want to know one thing.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Well, the Rock.
It doesn't matter how it makes you feel.
New 5 gum. Stimulate your senses.
Back here on the Wrestle-Cast, RVT and Kibber Promotion, on the BrokenInfinite.com, Podomatic.com, YouTube, and of course we're live on Twitch.tv. Matty, T-Dub, the Brother Ball, and the good brother Mike Shell. And by the way,
you're welcome.
Yeah, for those who don't follow football NFL shitposting, he is one of them. The chiseled Adonis. By the way, Hairball, he I don't know what you paid for that, but thank you. And a big thank you for the chiseled Adonis. If you're listening, thank you, and hopefully you're enjoying the show tonight. That is much appreciated.
$12.
That's not bad, actually. Good to support a fellow independent internet person.
He will $12 and he will roast you or somebody of your choosing.
Ooh. All right. I
have actually considered purchasing another one, but I haven't actually decided yet because it could be sort of controversial.
Ah.
Yes, best $12 I've spent so far.
Well, thank you, Hairball, and thank you, Chiseled Adonis. If you're listening, thank you very much. That made my day when I saw that. I'm like, wait, what? That is awesome. All right, so on to the business at hand. We got a full weekend of WWE to talk about, featuring they're in Chicago. Of all places, Chicago's getting a lot of wrestling this week. They got obviously it's Monday through Tuesday, and then if people want to stick around to Wednesday, they got AEW on top of that. So for WWE, they're at the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois, in Chicago, suburban Chicago, Illinois, for the entire weekend.
I have to ask, what do you think Seth Rollins' reaction is going to be in Chicago after calling out Punk so many times?
He's dead. Dead in the goddamn water.
That contains graphic understatement.
On a Big 4 weekend, no, there's no chance in hell he's getting a babyface reaction. Not with NXT in town. Good fucking luck. And good luck to the NXT crew who are going to be pulling double duty and hurting like hell, especially in the rest of the situation here. Here's how this is going on. We're on Wikipedia as per usual for the card. We start with NXT Takeover War Games 3.
War Games!
Thank you, Mr. William Regal T-Dub. 4 matches, but the 2 big ones, they're usually long, so we could forgive the short match card. Well, then again, We appreciate the short match cards usually. It begins with Pete Dunne, Killian Dan, and Damian Priest, the former Punishment Martinez, which is a better goddamn name if you ask me. Triple threat number one winner gets to be the number one contender for the NXT Championship at Survivor Series. So all three major titles get their singles representation at the big shoe. Totally want to see Pete Dunne versus Adam Cole, to be fair. I think that's a match they've been trying to build-ish.
Yeah, they haven't really been building towards an NXT title match aside from Cole versus Ciampa.
Or Cole versus Balor, though that's been blown out for a little while.
Yeah, not unless one of them turns face.
So, Pete Dunne versus Adam Cole at Survivor Series? That's a hell of a matchup right there, actually.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be it.
I think that's the money match.
Because Damian Priest is still kind of new, and
Killian Dane is more of a, he's been fighting Pete Dunne anyway, so.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be Pete Dunne.
The setup seems to be there for that. And the second spot, speaking of money matches, Matt Riddle versus Finn Balor. Bro.
Money's on Balor.
Money's on
So
Balor.
the Demon King versus the Flip-Flop King.
Good one.
It's the King of Bros versus the Prince Balor.
Yeah. That's what it is. People are putting money on Balor as Balor's back in NXT. He's safe enough to take one loss, I think. I want to put the money on Riddle. He needs a big win.
Yeah, he could definitely use one. I think either of these guys have a good chance to win, but I just can't help but think it's Balor.
Hey, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I think I'd rather put a Duke on Riddle than Finn at this point. Plus,
I could see that.
Finn Balor's a heel. He could use that to fuel his mindset. I don't know if that there's a word specifically that I'm missing here, but I don't know. My money's on Riddle. He needs to win more, personally.
What do you guys think?
I think I'm leaning with you two, though. Balor.
I'm going Riddle.
All right, we're split down the middle. Yeah. I think this match is
stuck in the middle with you.
Stuck in the middle with you. I need to rewatch Reservoir Dogs. I really do. And then there are the War Games matches. The men will go first. The Undisputed Era. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole, baby!
Baby!
The Undisputed Era will take on Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, and as of right now, I don't know if there was advertised or not, but the Wikipedia has it Velveteen Dream.
On my end, it says TBA.
WWE has it TBA.
Same thing on my Wikipedia page.
No, that must have been edited by a Mark Ufa. Yeah, there it is. I just gave it a refresh there. It is TBA once again.
A lot of people are saying it's going to be Velveteen Dream, and that would make the most sense, although it's unknown if he's healthy or not.
Yeah, that's the one thing. And by the way, I loaded this up at 8:30 p.m. tonight, so I was setting up early, and that was showing Velveteen Dream. Now it's just after a quick refresh, it is back to TBA. A fourth member to be announced. They are keeping the tease till the end. My money, we need to find. I would say Velveteen Dream as the fourth member. Logically that makes the most sense. But is his back healthy enough?
Yeah, if it's not him, then I don't know who else it could be, because, the only other pick in my mind was Matt Riddle, but then Gargano got injured, and Matt Riddle had to take a spot with his match against Balor.
I'm going to throw a wild one in here. Kevin Owens. This is a wild card. This is a wild guess. But Triple H, we're going back to McIntyre versus Owens. The finish was Triple H talking to Owens. Now, Triple H was trying to sweet talk him into going to NXT and all that stuff. And then the Undisputed Era decide to kick his ass. And from afar, it looks like it was against Triple H's orders. Or against his wishes. So, the theory in my head goes, Owens doesn't care about brand thing or whatever, but he wants a piece of Adam Cole. The only way he could get a piece of Adam Cole, and by extension the Undisputed Era, would be to say, hey, Trips, I'm not with you, but if you're looking for a fourth guy so I could kick the shit out of Adam Cole, I'm in. That is my guess.
Speaking of TBA, I guess we'll get to this in the next segment, but yeah, there's a lot of TBA surrounding NXT.
Yeah, there's a lot of TBA here.
I'm expecting, at least as far as tomorrow, their TBA for tomorrow for the next night. Most of it's going to be announced during this. During
there's a lot
game.
of stuff. Like we saw how the NXT title, but we'll talk about that when we get into Survivor Series proper here, because that's a lot of where the TBAs lie. I just want to focus on the TBA we see here. Obviously, my theories, Kevin Owens. I want to hear what you guys think on this one.
I could see Kevin Owens easily. He would make the most sense. They've had the most talk with him. Although a disastrous move, in my opinion, would be the other person Triple H has been talking to,
Seth Rollins. Yeah, you'd kill the Weekend right then and there.
The mystery partner for Team NXT versus Undisputed Era is
Burn It Down! Boo! No, by the way, that's not the music. That's the crowd over the music, over how pissed off they got.
Oh man, that would just be a troll move, really.
Oh.
Or even better yet, it starts off playing Seth Rollins music and then
Oh. You know, this is a perfect test. Did they have for Triple H and Vince McMahon when it comes to the new era of NXT? New era. The thought goes, the original slot was Rollins as the fourth member. I get the feeling Triple H still has control. If he still has control, he goes, look, Seth, we're kicking off the damn thing. We are the mood setter. And Triple H was there. He heard that reaction Seth got from the Full Sail faithful. My gut says they had Seth penciled in, but the minute they heard that reaction, they went, Plan B. Put Owens in.
There's always a Plan B.
There you go.
And the irony of saying that about Seth Rollins, of all people, really.
Triple H is enough of a crowd feeler to know that he knows what the mood the crowd will be in for one guy over the other. I think Triple H is smart enough to realize maybe Seth Rollins isn't the best idea. I know.
So,
Hairball,
which team
Mike,
do you think?
what do you guys know? I want to know what you guys think.
I've been wondering. I've been wondering who the fourth. God damn it!
Who do you think? What's your guess? If you have to guess,
probably Owens after the way Monday went down.
See, that's how I feel, Mike.
I can definitely see it being Owens, but yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to see if there's any other NXT superstars that might be able to fill in that same spot for them, seeing that they're going up against the Undisputed Era.
There's one person who could be the fourth man. And this person he's American man.
No. Fuck no.
If you want to kill the crowd, if you want to
no. Fuck killing the crowd. Triple H, Hogan shows up. Kill the goddamn pay-per-view if you do that. Jesus Christ. Kill the gimmick. Kill everything.
Brother, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take out all the Undisputed. First, Bobby Field's going to run to my boot. Then Colorado's going to run to my boot. Then I'm Cole's going to run to my boot. Then I'm going to get Rockstar. I'll big old body slam, brother. And then I'm going to hit him with a big leg. 1, 2, 3, dude.
And in
No,
Ireland, you can hear that on that night. You'll hear V1 going, "You goddamn cunt."
No, I've got it. The fourth man is going to be Lance Catamaran.
Oh God!
Yeah. All right, enough of the jokes. Do you have anyone, Mike?
Yeah, Mike, give us a fair one here. Mike,
I think he's thinking.
He's thinking.
Yeah, I can see the smoke.
Thinking, yeah. What you thinking, Mike Shell with the fez?
About to say that's what I said. My fourth man was Lance Catamaran.
No joke. Who is your fourth man?
No,
really?
no joke. Oh, my fourth man. Yeah, I'm going to have to say Owens.
There you go. We got it out of him.
So who's going to win, though? Is it going to be the Bay Faces, or is it going to be Undisputed Era?
This could go a long way in setting up V-Bro to take over at the Rumble, if they do such a thing. Or Rumble weekend. I think that would be the next major stop logically. If that's the case, you have Dunn versus Cole at Survivor Series. More than likely, if that happens, Cole retains. So, logically, the thought process would go, whoever pins Adam Cole or makes him tap out because of traditional match rules. But if we're going by modern War Games rule, it'll be pinfall submission. However you feel.
Yeah, and I could see Ciampa getting a win over him to set up a future title match.
I get the feeling it will be Tommaso Ciampa, but I think whoever the mystery partner will play into that decision. I'm sure.
Oh, well, most definitely.
I'm thinking the baby faces win, and whoever picks up the pin gets the shot at the NXT champion.
Yep, they get the shot at the next takeover.
Logically, that's how I'm thinking. Then again, they could fuck the whole thing up with the invasion. Please don't do that.
What? Hey everyone, it's Seth Rollins and The Miz. They're interfering in the War Games match. What is going on? Pandemonium! Mamma mia!
Although I've got a stronger suspicion that it's going to be Roddy. If Undisputed loses, it's Roddy who's going to take the fall.
Yeah, but you got to set up the thing. But that could be one way to do it. Yeah. And in the main event, the purported main event, is the women's War Games match. Team Ripley, featuring Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Tegan Nox, and Mia Yim. Taking on Team Baszler, Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, so we had two champions on the side of Team Baszler.
Yeah, Kaylee Ray being it's Tegan Nox.
NXT UK Women's Champion.
Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, Kaylee Ray.
All right.
She is the NXT UK Women's Champion. So we had two champions on the side of Team Baszler. And they could go a similar route for this one as they would do last one, that if somebody does pin Shayna Baszler, they could get a title shot. And I do feel like they're, getting Rhea Ripley ready to be the next women's champion.
We'll see. I would
also one thing I noticed,
Shayna to win that match, though.
That could be also the case, keeping her dominant streak going. One thing I noticed is the fact that, despite always being in her corner, Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke not in the match.
Not in the match. You would think they'd be in the match. I guess the Performance Center people are don't believe they're safe enough for that match. I guess I don't know.
Which is interesting because how long have they been in training? They're still not ready to like be a part of big time matches.
I'm shrugging here. That's how I see it. That is a strange decision.
They must have been in training for what, at least a year now?
At least, yeah.
I think they would at least be ready enough to be in matches like this where their weaknesses can be hid.
Anyway, it is a lot of stuff to talk about here. There is some TBAs. In the next one, which is Survivor Series, which I will not be watching live because Toku riffs live. Also,
Go ahead. I don't blame you. And the only reason I'll be watching this is because there's an NXT title match here, and I am currently following NXT.
For myself, it's Toku riffs live, and the folks want to go out. My sister and my father want to go see the Grey Cup. And they figure instead of making a whole ton of food for two people, hey, we'll just go to a sports bar and watch it. So that makes sense.
Sports bars are always a fun time, especially if they're the type to have really nice thick burgers. Those are always the best bars.
I believe the casual spa has a decent thick burger.
Good.
Last time I checked, it's been a while. To be fair. But on to the pay per view itself, Survivor Series. They're at the Rosemont Horizon, the All-State Arena. Excuse me, Chicago, Illinois. You know this by now. They begin the card. I see now. Let me just give it a refresh, just to be absolutely 100% sure of my footing here. And it is unchanged. So here's how this is going to work out. They have from 8 to 1. They start with the triple threat for the not the triple threat. The singles match, NXT Championship. Adam Cole defend against the winner of the triple threat. We're calling Pete Dunne in this case.
We're calling Pete Dunne to be in the match, and I believe we all believe Cole is retaining, correct?
That's what we believe. That's what I believe. I don't know about you two guests of honors here.
I believe it, but on the other hand, I would not be surprised at all if Pete won.
All right. Now, this one's all over the place, so we're just going to go by order. They have Brock versus Ray as the main event, quote unquote. Whatever.
That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me.
That's what Wikipedia has. So we're just going into third matches in order. They have The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan for the Universal title. By the way, I like the blue. Just going to say it right there.
The blue definitely looks more appealing than the red, and I expect Bray Wyatt to retain.
As well.
Same.
Yeah. No surprises here, I don't think. They have
Bray.
This is clusterfuck after clusterfuck after relative clusterfuck. They have actually a triple threat is not a clusterfuck, but they got many of them. AJ Styles, so they have the mid-card champions going at it. U.S. champ AJ Styles versus Intercontinental champion Shinsuke Nakamura versus North American champion Roderick Strong in a triple threat.
Too bad the best belt's not yet represented in this.
Now
the 24/7.
Yeah, where is the 24/7 champion? In the back running. Who cares, Mike? Let's not joke about this. I don't care what Shin and by I guess connection Pete Dunne thinks of Roderick Strong. That's irrelevant to me. This match has the potential. This has the potential to steal the show.
I agree. The fuckboy Roderick Strong has potential to steal the show.
Teed up.
Just
Do
like
not
he stole that
teed up.
victory from me.
Teed up. That's Shin Tiger Curl's gimmick. Don't steal it.
Do you mean like how the fuckboy Roderick Strong stole that victory from Pete Dunne?
T-Dub, do you see Captain Luffy in there? In the chat?
Captain Luffy's always in my heart.
Do you see Shin Tiger Curl in there?
He's always in my brain.
Don't steal his goddamn gimmick. Moving on. Be serious here. We're trying to be serious about this shit.
Easy there, Lance.
Wait, Cameron or Armstrong? Or no. Or Lance. No, fuck Lance Armstrong. Fuck Lance Armstrong. You're talking about Lance Storm. I'm sorry.
Your brain is just done tonight.
My brain's been done for years. What are you talking about?
So yeah, I expect AJ to win.
Honestly, I could see Roderick Strong winning.
He could, but I just something about this being a Vince show.
Yeah.
Triple H only has so much pull.
I think that if any NXT talent is going to win, it would be this one. So, yeah, I'm going to go over.
Now, the clusterfucks begin. Now, as of recording here, the next two matches, we do not know who will represent Team NXT. Actually, we do know. Well, actually, hold on. Team Raw has their Team NXT. The women's match has Team NXT figured out, but for the men's, not so much. It is Team Raw: Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Ricochet, taking on Team SmackDown: Roman Reigns, Mustafa Ali, Braun Strowman, King Corbin, and Shorty G.
Who's that last one?
Shorty G.
Never heard of him. Must be a new signing.
Chad Gable. Chad Gable.
Oh.
They went
Chad
with
Gable,
Shorty
I like that
G.
guy.
They went with Shorty
Shame
G.
what happened to him. Wish they would sign Chad Gable because he's a good wrestler.
Dave!
And there we go.
Focus! Shorty G is Chad Gable under a shitty gimmick.
Not in my America.
Been a while since I did a good hard Dave on T-Dub. Been a while. The Team NXT is to be announced, however, so until we know who's in there, the shrug is up. I can't really call it.
I can't call a match. Thought about that.
I don't even know who in the five guys. I couldn't even start calling who might be available after War Games. I mean, considering the last War Games, that might be a tough
It's
sell.
going to be William Regal, Triple H, and the Custodian crew.
What about somebody from NXT UK?
Oh.
Imperium?
I could definitely see Walter in there. Be a hell of a thing to look at to see Walter go in there and stare down Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Walter versus Drew McIntyre. I'm surprised I'm not hearing any reaction from you guys right now.
It's blowing our minds at the moment.
I figured as such, yeah.
I like it.
I like it, yeah. Him staring down Roman, him staring down Drew McIntyre. Oh, good Lord.
Oh,
but
I'll say three-way stare down. Drew, Braun, and Walter.
That's one way to do it as well. And
But yeah,
Corbin
I
trying to
can't call match
and of course Corbin getting in there trying to get his shine in, and Walter staring him down. I'm going to chop you now. I do not know when I will stop.
Rest in peace, Corbin's chest.
Corbin, you're funny. I'll chop you last.
Hey, Roman, remember I told you I'd chop you last? Yes, that's right, dog. You did. I lied. You have this, for you folks at home listening, you are having that wonderful image in your mind.
and it's making my chest hurt.
It's making all our chests hurt, but at the same time, we don't care. We're happy in our head places. Anywho. The next one, we do have some announced. Did they announce Team NXT for the women?
Not on NXT television, I don't think.
But it was mostly implied on the SmackDown.
It was mostly implied on SmackDown. Okay, so that explains why that was filled out. So as of right now, it's not officially announced as far as Team NXT. This is the purported or the unofficial listing. We have for the women's side. This is 5-on-5-on-5 women's. This is 5-on-5-on-5 triple threat Survivor Series matches. Clusterfucks. We'll call it what they are. Clusterfucks.
It's 15 people. 15 people in one ring at the same time.
Clusterfuck. We'll call it what it is. But for the women's clusterfuck, Team Raw has Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Sarah Logan making an appearance. I'm looking forward to that entrance. Taking on Team SmackDown, Sasha Banks, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross. SmackDown's taking the goddamn fall on this one. Jesus. That's rough. And for Team NXT, unofficially announced, because we don't know if it's official yet or not, as of recording, of course, Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Tegan Nox, Mia Yim, and Toni Storm. Of course, you hear Tegan and Rhea Ripley. This all depends on if they can even make it through War Games. So this may change by Sunday.
Very true, and it's good to see Toni Storm on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, if that's legit Toni Storm on legit WWE PPV, nice. But do you guys want to give a prediction at all on this one? I don't like unless everything's still liquid on this one as well.
Yeah, these two clusterfuck matches, I can't really call.
If this is the actual lineup they have for the women's match, I'm giving it to NXT.
Yeah, there's enough underdogness. No, Devin the Great in there, more like cluster cat fight. Put your head back down. No,
goddamn bum.
Play the button, Matty. Play the button.
Yeah, I have no choice. It seems. I do need to find where is
Devin,
that?
we love you, but
I'm sorry, bud, but that no. Yeah. Speaking of chiseled Adonis,
Put your motherfucking head back down!
it's not a cat fight. They're women, not divas, god damn it. But he is calling NXT as well, in fairness, for this particular. If the lineup stays as is, yeah, I could kind of see NXT in there. They're building Rhea Ripley, nice. Candice LeRae's a solid pick. And you look at outside of Flair, Natalya, Sasha, and maybe Carmella and Lacey Evans, maybe Nikki Cross. The names are, well, I don't know. NXT has a stronger team if that's the case.
Yeah, all I know is Nikki went ham with that damn trash can lid on NXT.
She went full ham. She did. In fairness.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
All right, next up, this one's gonna be interesting. It's another triple threat. It's tag team. The tag team champs will converge on this one. Viking Raiders were the Raw tag champs, taking on Big E and Kofi, the SmackDown tag team champs. And Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly, the NXT Tag Team Champs. So, Red Dragon, War Machine, and the New Day.
War Machine.
Yeah, put it on. Put
it on War Machine. Yeah.
Yep.
I was about to sit back on. If the mid card triple threat don't steal the show, this tag match will, because he got 6 guys who could go.
Especially the Viking experience.
Actually, no. If we're gonna do it right, let's do Wrestle Talk style. The Viking, don't mention the wall experience, Raiders. It's good. It's a good one. Give credit to Ollie Davis and the crew there.
Yeah. I'm not sure who's going to win, but I think New Day eats the point.
By the way,
New Day eats
shout
the
out
fall.
to.
All right.
By the way, shout out to R. Felix Finch for becoming the newest member of Wrestle Talk.
Nice. Congratulations, by the way.
Support Wrestle Talk. Give him a subscribe.
I did.
So I call him Viking Raiders to win as well.
Though I will say this: there are 6 guys who will leave it in the whatever they have left in the damn ring, if they have to. That's gonna be awesome. Our semi-main features the women's champions triple threat: Becky the Man Lynch taking on Bayley, Emo Bayley versus Shayna Baszler, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT women's champions respectively.
I'm calling Shayna Baszler to choke out Bayley.
Yeah, one feature I'm calling Becky, but whoever wins, Bayley's taking the fall. That's for sure.
Which is a bit unfortunate considering she had the most character development this year.
I mean, Becky Lynch didn't need as much character development. All things considered, she had the gimmicks working full steam ahead, and Shayna Baszler is just awesome as a heel. Bayley has put the hardest amount of work, and she's still eating the pin, and that sucks for her. Actually, I'm gonna throw on the wild card on this one. Actually, I'm gonna change my pick. Actually, before I do, what do you guys? What do you two think?
I'm actually going with Bayley on this one.
Hairball?
I want to say Bayley eats the pin, but
there's that niggling feeling in the back of your mind, right?
Okay, I like the fact that they finally pulled the trigger on turning her heel, but stay to that fucking hair.
Well, they needed to chop it off to make it a full heel turn, which makes sense.
I don't know. Maybe it's the color. I don't know. I don't fucking like it though.
It's a heat getter. Anything to get heat. If it means making the hair look not good, not aesthetically pleasing for you, that's heat. But back to the point at hand. I'm going to change my prediction. I don't think Becky or Shane is winning. I think Bayley's winning. And I think Hairball and Mike have the same idea. Becky's over as women's champion. That's certain. Shayna Baszler doesn't need to necessarily take the pin on this one, but she is a solid women's champion. And a loss on a non-title match will not hurt her too much. Bayley could benefit from a big pay-per-view win like this.
Yeah, especially a loss from a woman that she can't even fight again until further down the line.
Yeah, further down the line it might happen like that if you want to go full deep lore, but this is WWE. They're not going to do deep lore for a decade now. But Bayley could use the win. If nothing else, it's the heel reaction. She could steal it and be like, well, I fucking won. Sup, bitches, I won. Yeah, but you're still the winner. I fucking won. Boo! Just that. She could steal it away and be just as legit in a triple threat match. No matter. One eats the finisher, or one takes the Garafuda over. You know, the way I see it is Baszler has Becky in the Garafuda clutch for such a long time, but Becky refuses to tap out. As soon as she's about to pass on, as soon as the referee's about to ring the bell, Bayley jumps in, breaks the submission, throws Baszler out, takes the pin.
I can see that.
Yep.
If that happens, Bayley's made, because heels are smart. They let the other two fight and then eat the win in a triple threat and take the win. Eat the W's, if you will. So I'm calling Bayley. She needs it more. And in the main event, Brock Fuck You Lesnar will take on Rey Mysterio for the WWE Championship in what has now been announced as a no-holds-barred match.
If there's any goodness left in the world, Cain Velasquez will enter the ring, annihilate Lesnar, go for the pin, Ray. Ray pins Lesnar, 1, 2, 3, and then we can have a non-title feud between Velasquez and Lesnar, and they can all do their special attraction over there while Ray holds up the main event over here.
And it don't even need to be that long. It would be just a couple months till the Rumble. Ray has earned a halfway decent length run. If it's
After
only
what
2
they did
months,
in the
if it's only 2
20
months with a good booked matches, fine.
I'm still not over what they did to him back in 2011. They fucked him over hard.
They did him dirty.
For those who don't remember, they had him win a 2-week tournament to crown the new WWE Championship, and then immediately after he won, he went backstage, and Cena was like, hey, I'm challenging you for the title tonight. So 1 hour later, Cena beats him for the title. What a great babyface.
And then you wonder why Cena was so reviled for a while.
Yeah, I just let Ray have a good, let him win
Couple
a year.
of months.
and
I'm
then
not
drop it at
asking
Mania.
for a full 6 months. That's for a legend like Ray, that's ridiculous. He don't need that long of a reign, but 2 months. Get it to the Rumble so he can put it on. So it'd be transitional, yes, but book it well, and it won't feel transitional. I mean,
Also-
this is WWE; they're gonna make it feel transitional anyway. But 2 months, make it to the Rumble.
Also, please, can you go one full calendar year without Lesnar holding a title? Please, just one calendar year.
Please. Brock don't need no belt no more.
He's a special attraction. He himself is the attraction, not him as champion, just him. Put him in a feud with somebody. That's the attraction. You don't need the championship involved at all. Not one iota. I've been saying this for the longest of times, and it's not any less true. Brock Lesnar himself is the attraction. Whenever people see him with the belts, it just causes them to groan. They're like, oh, we're going to have to go through this again. People don't want to go through that
This is Vince
again.
McMahon, and you'll take Brock Lesnar. God damn it, and I'm not happy about it either. I'm calling Brock, unfortunately. I have to.
Just out of
Vince
the
is too stuck in his ways to do something the fans want to see.
I'm just hoping that during the broadcast, Triple H is able to distract Vince McMahon, taking a Gary Stern poster, throwing it across the hall, and then he grabs the headset and he's going, all right, referee, Ray's going to hit the 619 and you're going to count the pin. Do it. Do it.
Take Ricochet away from me, will ya?
Give him bad sound effects during his entrance, huh? Well, here's my revenge, bitch.
Fuck up Seth Rollins, I fuck up Brock Lesnar.
It's like Hunter walks up to Vince and is like, tells Vince that there's a brand new Gary Stridham poster in his office.
What? Where? It's mine. All right, now that he's distracted, Kane, get in there. All right, so Kane's going to get some interference in, and then Ray's going to get the pin, and the crowd's going to go wild. That's what's going to happen. Do it quick before Vince gets back. That poster's only going to strike him for 7.5 minutes. Trust me, I've timed this before.
10 if he's really in the mood. Anyway.
So yeah, this should be, at the very least, an interesting show. You know what? There's something that I believe CM Punk brought up and others have as well. Put something on the line.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't Punk. Maybe it was somebody else. Maybe it was somebody else. But I think someone actually in WWE said, put something on the line for this show when it comes to the brand supremacy.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. Put something actually at stake that the fans can get invested in other than just bragging rights.
Like
something
the
that can
winners,
actually
like you take away the triple threat matches. You you take away the title matches. Yeah, Cole 1, 2, 3. You have 5 matches. Whoever wins the most out of the 5 matches gets a shot at their main one of the superstars. However they want to decide it, they get a shot at the loser's world title, for example, something like that.
They could do that. They could say, hey, whichever team wins the most gets the number 30 spot at the Royal Rumble.
There you go.
Yeah.
That makes absolute sense right there, actually.
Especially, that would make even more sense because that just adds more build up to the Rumble, which is one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. So this adds more anticipation. Like, oh, what if NXT gets the number 30 spot? Who from NXT could be in that Rumble? We don't know. That just there's so many possibilities they could do with adding a stipulation to these matches to make them actually mean something and not just bragging rights for the sake of bragging rights.
The winner of the overall winner drafts a superstar. And it can't be a mid-card or a lower card. It has to be a main event player.
That would be nice. Just something, anything, just something.
As a matter of fact, from the Survivor Series teams, the two Survivor Series triple threats, they're the ones eligible in the Survivor Series elimination matches. The 30 superstars, men and women, they're the eligible members.
Yeah, just something, anything, just to add some sort of real importance to these matches to get people really invested in them, and not just for the match quality.
So if get one draft pick of the members in there, they could get Randy Orton in NXT if they wanted to, and that would be a big deal because it's something big. For as an example, they probably wouldn't do that because, well, actually they could. Orton, if Orton still lives in St. Louis, that's not a hard drive to Orlando.
That's right. I'm going to go to NXT and hit everyone with an R. K.
Get on with it! Actually, do I have that, actually?
Well,
aha, I do. There we go.
Get on with it!
Or we can see Braun Strowman have NXT get these hands.
You know what? When he was in NXT, he was the most he was a rosebud. So again, we're throwing hypotheticals and running with CM Punk's idea here. We're throwing ideas at WWE's not going to do anything here.
I'm not sure if it was actually CM Punk who said on backstage. All I know is that somebody on backstage said it, and I'm like, yeah, let's just do something, anything, just
put something on the line.
Do something.
Do something. Do something. Anyway, that's the show as it stands, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know whether they're going to put anything on the line or not, but they were going to put something. We're going to watch something, that is for sure. That being said, we have 4 people, and I got a whole list of losers and winners. So how about we do that? We begin with the losers, and Mike, you join us last. You kick us off first. Let's do it with your losers first.
Loser. I'm going to say yes. Seth Rollins, stay away from the Twitter.
All right, Brother Ball.
Yep.
Yeah, Seth, stop twittering. Jim Cornette now, since he's made the docket for the monastery, I'm going to channel Doku.
Ooh.
And I want to say Jim Cornette is about 48 drinks.
Actually, this will be a point of contention. How many drinks does Jim Cornette get? But we'll find out Sunday on that case. Tita,
I want to predict a rise.
I wouldn't go that far, but you never know at the monastery. Tita.
Give my loser to Ring of Honor for all of their fuck ups, like just this entire year. Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah, that recent fuck up. Yeah, they are. I think at this point they're shooing for worst promotion of the year.
Get out of my head.
Yeah, dude. You're not alone in that assessment. Believe me, there's a lot of people looking at Ring of Honor going, God damn, when did you get so TNA?
like legit, I was about to ask. I'm like, I know it's about a month premature, but
I don't know when that show will be recorded. More than likely, it'll be before the trip to GDQ. But the fact is, we're probably not going to have we might have a Wrestle-Cast before that. I don't know. That a lot of stuff needs to is still liquidated in play. For me, losers, you guys brought up all three. Seth Rollins. You never learn. You never learn. Ring of Honor for firing Kelly Klein, current women's champion, in a concussion. You fucking morons. Just, you fucking idiots. My God. I'm glad I got the old version. At least that version I got represents a good time in Ring of Honor. And James E. Cornette. You went from racist slur to stirring shit up and blocking Brian Zane over an opinion?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Just fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been my sentiments for the longest time now. It's starting to become my sentiments as well, because I'm like, sometimes he channels the wrestling fan perfectly in certain opinions, but when he's on the opposite end, he goes dick deep into the bullshit, and now it's starting to smell hard. I just have no idea how people can still be hardcore defenders of his at this point. Just how? What do these people see in him?
I can't tell you. His shoot interviews are stuff of wrestling legend. His rants, stuff of wrestling nightmares. Let's do winners, boys. I got a whole list of them. So, Hairball, Mike, you could kick us off as well.
Okay, so Nikki Cross for clearing out NXT's ring with a garbage can lid. That match, Moxley versus Darby match. Oh God, that happened with that finisher. Orange Cassidy staring down Billy Gunn.
Also, shout out to that spot during the match where Sonny Kiss was grinding on Billy Gunn.
Oh God!
And Orange Cassidy was in the corner, tilted shades. Interesting.
And tilted shades. That's his reaction, by the way.
Yeah. And yeah, that's about what I have.
Hairball.
Oh, and one other, and also Tessa and Daga again.
Awesome. Yep. Tita, no, Hairball.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mike. Nikki Cross, because he went full ham with that trash can lid.
Tina, you and I need
Scorpio
to see that
Sky. Scorpio Sky, you genius motherfucker. And I think my last one, I had to make it to The Rock because I think I put it on Discord somewhere. I don't remember where. There's this little kid. This little kid with Down. He's already dealing with Down syndrome and something else. Don't remember what exactly, but his favorite character is the guy that Dwayne did in Moana, Maui.
Yep, Maui.
Yeah.
And Dwayne did a video for the kid.
Dwayne Johnson's always been nice when it comes to that stuff, actually. So that's a fair winner, though. Good call. G-Dub. Lots of winners to pick from, I'll tell you.
For my winners this week, I'm going to say, there's quite the list, but I'm going to keep it very simple and just say Ray Phoenix and Nick Jackson for their match this week. Holy hell, give me more.
Yeah. I can't put everybody in there, but if I could, they'd be in there. I'm keeping it very simple. Mox versus Darby, great main event. AEW in general was a great show in pretty much. Oh, Toxic Turley Top. We'll get to that real quick before we close the show. I'm going to finish my winners here real quick. CM Punk. God damn, we missed those pipe bomb promos. Chris Jericho and Scorpio Sky for that promo, and an assist to Jake Hager for the he's sorry. I want to say how sorry I am. Very awesome indeed. James Holzhauer for the tweets. NXT. They had a good show this week. What can I tell you? They did have a decent show. They won the ratings. It took the entire WWE to help them out, but give them a win is a win. The Chiseled Adonis and of course Hairball for that wonderful little plug. I'm not gonna play it every week, but I will bring it up every once in a while. It is that good. So thank you both to Chiseled Adonis and Brother Ball. Thank you very much. CM Punk brought up James Holzhauer and Brian Zane. He gets blocked on Twitter, and on Tuesday and during the week he releases this video, pretty much roasting the shit out of his kayfabe father.
Speaking of corny, I forgot I posted this in one of the other channels a couple days ago.
We saw it earlier. That we're not going to show it on there. And Toxic Turley Top. By the way, thank you for the 10 bits. By the way, did you hear about Insane Championship Wrestling closing?
Yes, I actually did, and it's really sad. That's another UK promotion down.
They are dropping like flies, it seems, which just sucks.
Like that's like what, the 5th one this year?
Yeah, and Pete Dunne is still backing his tweet. And British wrestling is fine. No, it's not. Not anymore.
Play that scene from Scary Movie 4. You know which one I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Or is it Scary Movie 3? It's either 3 or 4. Where it's Leslie Nielsen in front of a burning, like, a crashed plane. Move along, people. Nothing to see here.
I don't have that button, though. I do not have that button, unfortunately. But, actually, I do have an appropriate button. Pete Dunne. British wrestling is fine. The rest of the wrestling world. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Pete. Prove me wrong. And Toxic Turtley Top, 10 bits, RIP NWA Power. They'll be fine. Oh, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They just need to dump Cornette. And their show is going to be fine anyway. That show's good. If you don't mind, I didn't mind Cornette because I'm like, it's background noise, and when you're trained to ignore the commentary team for 3 hours on Mondays, you get used to just watch the wrestling and don't mind the jabbering, the talking heads in the background trying to sell shit. Just this week, Jim Cornette decided to be a fucking idiot. And Toxic Turley Top, let's see, ICW UK, IPW UK, Defiant Wrestling, the former What Culture Pro Wrestling. Yeah, it doesn't look too good, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, on that note, Mike Shell will be here on this channel. I don't think you're here next week for Anime Mavericks, last time I checked.
No, not next week, but week after next.
Week after next, you'll be here, and I'll be there because they have been, I've been told they have selected an anime that needs my expertise. So,
yes, Shane's pick, and yes, it does.
And thank you, Toxic Turtley Top, for the follow. Welcome to the madness. And hopefully you enjoy the stuff. We don't just do wrestling. We do tokusatsu, Power Rangers, anime, all that stuff. And this guy over here, T-Dub, he does a live riff of... well, it used to be SmackDown before they moved with Fridays, but they now do They do the show.
Impact
Wrestling. Thank you. It'll be a different show next week. Not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, Anime Mavericks, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's not Tiger Mask. I've told it is a wrestling isekai anime.
I've heard of this one. I've been meaning to watch it myself.
Well, I'll be watching episode 1. I'll tell you. I will tell you on later that night during our Toonami call. We'll tell you if it's worth a shot or not. So yeah, that's Mike Shell every 2 Saturdays. So it's not this Saturday, but next Saturday, Anime Mavericks, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on this particular channel. Hairball, you're in the chat always during our stream, so I don't need to plug anything other than thank you once again for coming on.
No problem. It's been my pleasure. I get to venture into foreign territory for myself.
Aha! Talk to Turley Top. Joe Hendry should be in AEW. He should be in a lot of promotions, to be fair.
Yeah, 100%.
He's earned a spot in any major promotion that wishes to welcome him, for sure. Is it bad that Flip Gordon is your favorite? Not at all. Not at all. Flip Gordon's a blue chip, for sure. T-Dub, new videos.
Working on my new video at the moment. Should be out by Thanksgiving.
And if you want that a little earlier, of course, by Thanksgiving on Patreon, patreon.com/TWK Reviews, as per always. I'll be around on Sunday for Toka Riffs Live and all of that good stuff, 7 p.m. Eastern. That start time will be. And, of course, you can follow us on Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWK Official, at the Hairball316, and at Mike Shell 269. For Mike Shell, it is MIKSHEL 269. Of course, you can follow me on Instagram as well for the entire thing. Where's Chris Sabin recently? I believe it might have been an injury, if I remember correctly. Chris Sabin?
Hail Sabin?
Yeah, talks to Charlie Top. Where's Sabin? Chris Sabin recently?
I don't know. All I know is that he was in Ring of Honor, but I don't really follow Ring of Honor all that closely, so honestly, I unfortunately am not aware of that answer. So to that, I apologize.
Of course, we have our merchandise as well. Of course, streamlabs.com/RVT-entertainment/merch. And, of course, we already told you of the socials and how to donate if you so wish to do so. If donating bits is not enough for you, we have links for that on the screen as per usual.
Buy the shirt!
Buy the shirt! Thank you, Michelle. I lost
that wasn't me.
That was me.
Oh! Thanks.
Yeah, that was Hairball.
Thanks, Hairball.
I was gonna say, buy the merch.
Buy the merch. Thanks, Harry. Thanks, Brother Ball. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Of course, email us at Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com if you so wish to send the comment, questions, all that good stuff. We're live every Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless something changes. I mean, I go do the odd independent show if I can. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this particular evening. On behalf of Mike Shell.
This is Mike Shell reminding you to believe in Fez mode.
On behalf of the good brother Hairball.
Fuck the YouTube.
No, don't fuck the YouTube. Fuck the FTC. They're the ones causing this trouble.
No, YouTube's causing the trouble. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah,
all right, great.
Yeah. It's a shame when the FTC can actually explain the shit better than YouTube. Go ask a lawyer.
Okay, fuck YouTube then. And of course, on behalf of my good buddy TWK.
Until next time, this TWK of TWK Reviews, telling you to work your gimmick and fuck YouTube.
It's ironic that our VOD goes on YouTube. Well, they can't accuse us of not being COPA compliant anyway. My name's Matty Jay, reminding you My name is Matty Jay, reminding you to help professional wrestling support your independent promotion as soon as possible. We shall talk to you next week. Have a good one, have a safe one. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh. There it is. Delayed reaction.
So I just want to come out here and apologize. I want to come out and say that I'm sincerely quiet. I just want to say that I'm sincerely I just want to say that I'm very tell him Big Hurt.
He said he's sorry.
And to show you just how
sorry
I am, and I just want to say that I'm very
sorry.